I got it. All right, so now we want to talk about this lifestyle. This like you guys are all together here from all different locations. So actually, you came about from school a little bit more.
Well, these guys did. I guess I'm the new guy in this group. These guys all knew each other, had worked together many, many times previously, and a little over 2 years ago now, Casey brought me the script and handed it to me just before our Christmas vacation and said, you know, here's a piece I've been working on. I don't know what we could do with it, but I don't think it's a piece that's done yet, and I'd like to see it done. And so he handed me the script. I took it home over Christmas and fell in love with it. Like, it wasn't in the format that it is now. At that time.
So what was it that you really enjoyed about it?
This is such a left of center script. I mean, on the page, it's really wacky. The characters are really over the top and really vibrant. And coming from a theater background, the theater background that I came from, I like big characters. I mean, I was a musical theater kid, so a lot of what I did was really showy and performy anyway. And so a lot of these heightened characters and the situations that they found themselves in, I just really responded to. It looked like a project I wanted to be involved in.
That's why we wrote it. I mean, we wanted to write something that would be fun for, you know, when we first wrote it, we had friends of ours in mind who are performers and people that we knew, and so we wrote it for our friends, for people that we wanted to perform, and just we wanted characters people would just have so much fun with. And then you came to it, who, you know, we didn't know you when we started writing it, so it was really great. And you had the same visceral response. You're like, oh yes, this would be really fun to be in.
Yeah, and at the same time, the idea of the live action and video split is something that you don't see very often in theater, especially now. I mean, I have sort of a negative reaction to some of the theater that's being put out there now, because I think it's a little watered down. I mean, you go to Broadway and anything that you see there is like a movie that's been made into a show, or the music of so and so. And it's not that those shows are bad. It's just that it's such a watering down of what theater really could be if there was time and effort put into it.
Theater.
Yeah,
basically cheapening it out.
And
well, it's like I think what you're saying is that there's not exactly new shows being written, new stories being told.
Original material coming to a stage.
And this was a piece that even on paper was it was so conceptual. It was something that was so different from anything that I had worked on previously. And the idea of doing something that wasn't just a traditional play, that had these really sort of other possibilities and other genres that we're working in. I mean, it's not just video. And we have drag. We've got, you know, almost performance art going on the stage. I mean, there's a lot that went into this script that doesn't always go into a play.
So you say drag. How many types of...
Well, there are 10 actors in the cast, and 5 of us are in drag.
I think everyone's in drag.
I think everyone is in drag. I mean,
even
these
the women,
characters, by virtue of these heightened characters, it's all sort of...
We wanted to make sure everyone...
Did you write it like that?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
our
very intentional while we wrote it.
We wanted everyone to be over the top, like...
over the top, huh?
There was a level of camp.
A level of camp that
a level of camp and a level of heart we wanted to
Our videos
reach.
have always had a lot of camp in it, and maybe this one's a little. It's got emotional depth behind the camp. It's like dark, which maybe is something we haven't done before. But it's campy, but very.
And I think that's
even with the drag in it. I mean, there's so many different layers of drag.
Well,
out of the show. I mean, like we have
because drag itself doesn't make it campy.
We have Tallulah Toby, who's like very traditional drag queen. I mean, very traditional drag makeup. Like,
and he was
like he's written that way, and he's a very experienced performer in drag. And John is also, in a way, very similar to that in the show. They're like, you know,
what you might expect.
It's played in drag in a very traditional way, and then Casey's in drag too, but it's just a different feel. It's more like grit drag, where he's just like putting on a wig, and then I'm
more
in
like
it in
raw
drag.
queen.
Give me a definition of that grit, eh?
Grit drag is, I mean, I'm from Pensacola, where the drag is like you put on a mustache and ta-da, I'm drag. I mean, I mean, it's a kind of drag where it's not so much about the process of getting it, because I mean, if you're like a trained drag queen, it's all about the layers and layers, the artistry. I mean, I feel like the way that you and I do it in our videos in general is just like
raw.
it's raw. It's like Casey might have a stubble and put on a wig and like some lipstick, and it's just a different approach to it.
Badly done makeup is a big part.
Badly done makeup,
it's a different feel.
badly done makeup just kind of like, and I feel like also like high drag is like it's like pretty drag. You want to be like super pretty and passable, whereas like the way we do it is kind of like, I don't give a damn if you know that I'm a woman or you know that I'm a man, or like, and I'm
there's a lot of androgyny.
I'm gonna play a total scumbag, and I don't really care about making my hair like Elvis.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's a different thing.
And
It's
as
not
far as
about
this production
beauty.
goes,